Microphone check 1 2 1 2. What is going on? What is going on this Thursday? Microphone check. Yes, yes. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? I got a couple of clips I would like to play on here. I would like to talk about the truth, right? Yes, on this Thursday. Let's get it. Hey, how y'all doing out there? I be having to put my glasses on, right? Yes. I be having to put my glasses on out there. You know, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? This week has been great. I hope y'all also have had a great week. The weekend is here, but I would like to really, really say thank you guys out there. Some of you guys comment and the reaction you guys be giving me out there. I want to say thank you. Okay. Guys, when I put my voice out here, when I put my thoughts out here, my stories out here, I'm sharing things out here in the, it be you guys ones really make me feel comfortable, more comfortable, right? Because I'm still kind of nervous doing this, right? But it's you guys that make me feel real comfortable in putting worry out here, you know? So I would like to say thank you, right? I would like to say thank you because it's you guys that really help encourage this as well. I, even though this here is a passion of mine, this here is something that I've always been curious to want to explore. I always wanted to explore how us as human beings actually feel, think, right? As a young kid, I've always been interested in the way how people think, the way how they processes life or process information, or just how they feel about themselves, especially others, right? I've always been curious about that. When young, when we coming up, we don't quite know how to navigate through this world. And so we learn it. And I have always been curious about the way that we think, about the way we process this. I've always been curious about that. I dropped the link in the chat. So if anyone out there um, on, if you guys would like to come up in the chat, that would be fine. But you have to come on YouTube, okay? I know I have that other channel over there, and Facebook is over there as well. So I want to say, hey, shout out to you guys over there on that other channel. I'm a third shifter. Where my third shifters at? I am a third shifter, and I'm not too long ago waking up. So, and as soon as I got up and I got on this thing here, I see one of my coworkers just sent over a text here. Oh, he wasn't saying anything. Excuse me about that. That was just a coworker of mine. Hey, um, so I want to get right on into this. Right, this here is this is live talk, truth talk Thursday. Okay, that's what we're gonna call this. Uh, like I told you guys, this channel is built on the truth, right? My truth, your truth, the world truth, right? This is what this channel is built on. Now, don't get me wrong. Uh, everyone is not, how should I say this? Everyone is not built for the truth, right? Everyone is not built to stand in the truth. Now, the truth is hard to stand on. Well, to not to stand on, to stand on your truth. It is kind of hard to do that because that means you have to look at uh, yourself. You have to look at yourself in the mirror. You have to look at the true meaning of you and what you stand for. And that could be very hard. That can be scary for some. It can also be very difficult to do that. And I understand that. I understand it's a real difficult thing to stand in your truth, right? Not not what you want people to believe your truth is, but the real honest truth of yourself. Like when there's nobody else around and it's just you. Yes, it is kind of difficult, you guys, to have the world see you standing in your true form of self. It is hard. But I will say this. What was the old saying? The truth will set you free. Hey, I will say that. That's the honest thing that I will say. That and a lot of us, just find it hard to really stand on that type of true self about yourself. They are standing other people's truth, but they don't want to stand in their own self truth. And the biggest thing when you know the truth about yourself, the biggest thing I think we all have as people is trying to change the truth that's inside you, trying to change that to be a better you. I think that's another thing that we as people have a hard time of. But anyways, I want to get to these clips, right? I'm going to start this clip off first with a very, very wise man. Okay, he is a very wise man. Uh, BMC, BML, I believe. I will put his clips down when I get familiar on how to put his clips inside inside my pages or descriptions as I'm describing my titles and my thumbnail, right? But I just want to give a shout out to this guy because he is an awesome uh, he is an awesome teacher, and not even an awesome teacher. He is an awesome guy to literally get on here and stand in his truth. Okay. I don't quite know how to pronounce but his channel goes by Daily IBMOR. Uh, I don't know what that abbreviates from as abbreviation, right? But this is a wise man. I really, I really beginning to study him. I want to say that wasn't even too long ago. I want to say that's probably been about a year ago. I went to studying this guy. You know, your phone pick up the algorithm. I guess that's how you pronounce that. The algorithm. Excuse me. I get tongue sometimes, so I can't really say that word. But uh, the wave of what you are constantly listening to on your phone, on your device, on your computer, whatever you constantly listening to, the phone algorithm, okay, I guess it pushes whatever you constantly listen to, it pushes that to you. So being as though I am a man that search for meaningful content, I search for positive content. I only listen to and search for things that means value. Okay, something that means something. I don't study anything that for fun or for laughs or for jokes. I don't watch none of that stuff, and that's important. That's something too I want to get back to as well. By never uh, by never studying or watching or being around things that doesn't that's not meaningful. Okay, we as people have a tendency to follow or be interested in things that's not really meaningful to your life, you know? And I don't understand. I never understood that. I never understood how we can watch things or look at things or ear hustle on things that's really not going to be better for your life. Stuff that's not, I'm not a smart person. I'm not a oh, you say go figure, right? I'm not a smart person. I'm not a person that's better than anyone else. But for sure, guys, I want to say in my teenage years, yes, in my teenage years it was kind of rough, but I'm just gonna say, even in those teenage years, no, I never was a person that watched or wanted to be around garbage information. Being as though that I wasn't that smart, right? That made me literally wanting to learn and be around things that mean really something. I really wanted to learn something. I didn't want to know about the latest, uh, the latest trends, the latest topics, what happened at the uh, gas station last night, or what happened at the club. I was never one of them people that wanted to know all of them different kind of details, all the messiness, the garbage information. I never was a person like that. Now I wasn't perfect by a long shot, and it took me a while to even become uh, one within myself. But I will say this: I always followed the good information. I never wanted the garbage information. And that's even still right now today. It's even better now today because uh, I always tell some about a person, get their telephone, get their device. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about a person. If the person like jokes, if they're going to have funny stuff, not to say it's nothing wrong with laughing or joking or whatever the case may be, but I just look at this world and it's nothing about this world funny. Okay? It's nothing about this world that's a joke. Everything that got to do with this world is very serious. Now, like I said once before, I love to have fun. I love to laugh. But joking about this thing called life here, nah, nah. So if you are the person, you get their telephone. Say, ask, ask to see what's in their telephone. That's gonna or their device. That's gonna determine everything you need to know. You don't have to, go through all of them investigations about about uh individuals. You don't have to do that. All you got to do is listen to what they talk about, listen to what their interest is, and see what they do on those devices. See what they watching, see what they listening to. Yes, that's going to determine the type of person they are. I've always been a part of information, and now today we is in the information ages. So anybody that's wasting their time on garbage information or wasting their time on devices or phones and they not educating themselves or they don't have daily habits of listening to things that can make them wiser in life, if they not doing that, yeah, please believe they not serious first. They not serious about they self if you're not trying to educate yourself each and every day, if you're not trying to learn something better each and every day, you are doing yourself a very disservice, and you doing yourself a very disservice far as your family, your kids, and everything. If you're not trying to learn things out here that can help, that can help you think, that can help your kids think outside of what they want you to believe. Because this thing called life, you guys, it would definitely, it would definitely keep you blindsided. It would definitely keep you in a fog of things if you don't recognize what is actually going on here and what we are actually learning here and what they is actually teaching us and brainwashing us to, man, these guys uh, that runs the universe, they are good, ladies and gentlemen. But I know y'all know that, right? They are really, really good in brainwashing the community. Okay, let's get to this clip real quick.
People, okay? White people help fund that. You didn't do it all by yourself. There's no way you do it all by yourself. The only way you're integrated into a society. You cannot bring in the raw materials that you need to build a modern society. Okay, get into the society. You can't do it by yourself. There's no way black men this cannot be built by itself. It had to have a whole bunch of money and supply and resources from Europe to do it. It's impossible.
One, two, testing. Okay, I don't know. I lost the value. Let me see here.
Wagner preludes Wakanda. Okay, here, Turtle Bitcoin. Here we go with the bullshit. Okay, we got jokes today. Anyway, this is Tommy Curry. This is something that Big sent me, and this is the second piece that I got sent. Okay, it's about and a lot of stuff that he says we have been saying. Okay, a lot of stuff because the black manosphere has been putting this stuff out front. Okay, a lot of people like Tommy Curry, who's an academic. Okay, that gives them latitude to actually say the truth. Okay, no, it needs to, the black community needs to be ripped up from bowels from its found to be rebuilt. Okay. The natives were of this land also after we had all the skills and trades, while most had status. Where do we get the skills and trades, sir? Where do we get the skills and trade? Okay. So let me ask you this, Lightbringer. Okay. If that is the case, how come all those skills and trades like that weren't exhibited on the continent where we came from, where there's way more black men and we run our own country? Why is that? Why is that? When I we would not you have to either you if you're going to ask that question, we ask you if you really want to know that question because we talked about that for about an hour. Okay, go to my Patreon, pay the $3 and listen to the video. Okay, answer it here. You guys want cheap geopolitical information? Pay the $3. Go to my Patreon. I have 6 hours. Okay, listen to the last 3 hours. We actually talked to Priori for like an hour and a half. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, were we the vital factor of building America? Yeah. The thing is, it's an integrated society. Society. Everybody's ancestor helped make the country what it is. Okay. We did not build the machines. Okay. We didn't have the ability to actually build the machines and put the technologies to work. Okay. It takes a whole integrated society to actually do that. Let's start this. Okay. Because y'all get ready to make me fucking mad, okay? Because I've done too much work on this shit. If you guys really believe that, put your shit together, okay? Put the stuff together, put it in a detailed form, show your documents. Show your freaking documents and show your proof, okay? And then we can sit down and talk about it. Not what people told you.
He said, pull up documents. He's pulling up. He got work into this. He's showing you statistics about actually what's going on out here in America, what's going on out here with men and women, particularly black men and women. He got all the numbers. He got all the stats. And when I tell you guys, when you go to start really paying attention to what Dr. King, Malcolm X, when you start paying attention to what these guys actually was talking about, how you pay attention, right? You pay attention, you guys, by the way your life is, the way you see the world life is going. See, that's how you determine what is true or not. You have to look at not only your life, but you got to look at what's going on out here in the world. See, we are so judgmental, but we don't have enough facts to be judgmental. If you start studying and literally start uh, reading and studying how, how all of this stuff really works and where all of this stuff really came from, you can't do nothing but tell the truth, right? But a lot of us, we don't want to look for the truth, and then when we see the truth or hear the truth, we really, I don't know. It seemed like we scared to say the truth. We scared to talk about the truth because sometimes what they tell you, the truth do hurt, and sometimes that truth maybe be hard for you to hear it or to see it because you're not ready to change within yourself. We sometimes do not be ready to become a better person. So it's more easier for us to deny what we see that's going on in everyday America, what we see that goes on in our own family or in our own lives. We are afraid to really find out what's the really problem behind all of this. And all we have to do is just get to the real information. That's all.
Anyway,
Experts or those with lived experience to understand the conditions influencing black male behavior in America?
So, man, that's a fantastic question. Being a black male is an unfortunate position for media sources, unjust for media sources. That we use that word. But the people who are acting with young people deficit model are vastly different views than what you
A minute, you guys. It seemed like a bad connection again. I don't know why this be doing that. We're gonna go back and try this again.
Instead of experts or those that understand the conditions influencing black male behavior in America?
Oh man, that's a fantastic question. Being a black male puts you in the unfortunate position of often unwanted and unjustifiable attention from media sources. You know, Newton said that anytime we try to change the image America has of the black male to something positive, you'll of course be. Now, experts on black men, we have to be careful how we use the word. But the people who are trying to study black males at a very serious level, who are working with black men, who are interacting with young black boys, who are not using deficit models to talk about them being pathological or them being prone to violence. Those people are going
The internet, okay? That's not social media. That is mainstream media. They've been saying that for 100 years, okay?
to thinking was popularized during the 1970s. White feminists, and I want to emphasize
And there were no social media back then with white feminists, okay?
that white feminists start analyzing the potential threat that black men had once they were integrated into American society. So you had people like Shulamith Firestone, Susan Brown.
All right, Lightbringer. Keep putting up that bullshit. Man. I don't want to hear that shit today, okay? Don't post that shit on. Don't post that bullshit on my channel, okay? That's no proof, okay? I mean detailed proof. You ain't got no detailed proof shit in my channel, okay?
Brown, Miller, Williams, and Holmes, in their book, The Second Assault, articulate a view of black men that said that black men are driven primarily by their sexuality and deviance, be by white men. The piece that's not often talked about is that those white women saw these black men utilizing rape to take white male power. So they very much believed that black men were naturally more culturally or biologically prone to rape more than white men. And they're building this not from some kind of random racist idea, but this was the dominant science at the time. Looking at people like Menachem Amir's forcible patterns of rape or patterns of forcible rape, they got the idea that, hey, look, black men are going to rape women that other groups of men don't have to deal with. This kind of thinking actually, Kimberly Crenshaw is actually citing the second assault. at contemporary people's view of black males, you're thinking about the conscious leads, you're thinking about the FD signifiers, you're thinking about, even Jared Ball, kind of sidelining the fact that black men and boys are victims of child sexual, child physical abuse, or black men are victims. These pundits have to eliminate all the data that we've known for the last 40 or 50 years to kind of create the mythology of black men as being toxic and problematic. We don't see antecedents of violence influencing how black men are constructed, socialized, traumatized into having negative social interactions or negative, intimate relationships with women. So we see black boys, we may say, well, what if that black boy is being abused by his mother? Because we have tremendous rates of child maltreatment in the black community, much of which happens at the hands of black women. Some of it happens at the hands of black men, but black women will have tremendous exposure to personal violence and abuse, during their early years. We don't ask the fundamental question, well, how does that then affect how they see relationships, personal relationships, loving relationships with future?
Everybody has trauma except black men and blacks. Okay, nobody else has trauma. Black males and black men cause trauma. They don't suffer from it.
Partners. We've never how the environment that black men and boys come from influences them over their life course into adulthood or into their teenager years. I like to blame them for that. So these pundits like to concentrate on that. Like to say, hey, look at the number that black men disproportionately abuse black women. The experts come in, like epidemiologists, public health scholars, social workers, say, wait, well, this idea of patriarchy that you're working with, that men are abusing women for patriarchy, cultural context of black people. Because black men aren't just abusers, they're also abused. Black men are not just dominating the home, because the black home was not constructed as an entity of male domination.
Exactly, it was not, never was. Black men never had that kind of power.
It was for the whites. So then how do you just translate the idea of male domination in the home among people to mean the same thing as male domination in black people? See, there's a cultural gap there. But these pundits don't have to attend to any of the culturally relevant and culturally specific antecedents of black violence within our communities or within our homes. They just repeat the dominant idea that they know flies with pretty much white thinking,
yes,
which is patriarchy, sexism, and misogyny. So by not listening to the expert, what we have is this deliberate misrepresentation.
Say it again, man. Deliberate misrepresentation. Deliberate. They're finally saying it out loud. It's not deliberate.
On social media, that fits a very specific, politics. I mean, the people making these commentaries are self-avowed like feminists and liberals. They believe that black men should be chastised anytime they don't fall in line with liberal thinking.
Yes.
Many black men said the Democratic Party or liberal party.
Say it again, black men.
Doesn't benefit them. Somehow they want to be right-wing.
Black man. Say it again, black man. Say that shit again.
There's all kinds of things that black men are held for that flies within.
Yes. See, he's an educated black man that's doing this commentation, right? That's doing this this breakdown. Like I say, I've been studying him for probably about a year, and the first time I heard him, he was so right on with the information. He was so correct with the way how he was going back into the 1950s and the 1960s, and he was just breaking it down so well to the point to where, man, I was like, this is a well-educated guy. And that's what we need. We need more people to really do real research on how this whole world is operating, because a lot of this information is not correct until we study and get the real, and then we pass it out here, and not even pass it out here, we really be a part of the real information change. Because I believe a lot of us and a lot of our kids has been taught the wrong way of thinking, the wrong way of understanding. And that's causing a problem in our black society.
Popular media and the imagination that really just can't within the. We would find that black men are extremely progressive on issues of childcare, gender equality, economic inequality. They're very akin to women's issues on abortion, to link faith, or the close relationship that black men and women's political, legacies have to each other, that we benefit and lift each other up. That's what the research shows. But if you go off social media, you would think that every black man is compensating for his inability to be a white man and ultimately violent from the womb. And it's this difference, right? It's this difference in how black men are, what our starting point is speaking about black men really are. I think most recently this was kind of shown with the New York Times.
Yes.
Release of Howard University.
And that is not social media, okay? New York Times. When was the last time I heard basically that New York Times is mainstream media? I never heard that it was social media or social media pundits. Okay, this has nothing to do with social media. Social media is the only black man can actually speak out and actually get a truth out. Okay, a semblance of the truth out. Okay, and we get beat up for that. My whole channel was basically blocked and blacklisted because I will not bend to this bit. Okay, I won't. I refuse to. When I first got started, man, YouTube can have my subscribers, every month, and I didn't have but 200 or 300. They were actually all the games I would used to make. They would take half of them. They've been doing that my whole time I've been on YouTube. The whole time I've been on YouTube, they've been doing this crap because I will not bend. Okay, I won't bend.
So what he really saying, he won't bend. He wants things that YouTube or the people that run this world want you to say. See, I mean, if you really, really think about it, just think about this. Like when we was in slavery, or our ancestors, or our black people, when we was in slavery, what did they actually tell us about the slavery part? The main thing that they was really trying to say was they didn't want you to read. They didn't want you to know how this whole world operate. So even if you just really take that little portion of it, do you really think that now, whether it's 400 years later or 100 years later, do you really think that they still do you really think they now want everybody to be educated? They want everybody to really know how this whole world operates? No, they still don't want you guys to know certain things about how this world really works. How do they get y'all to go out and buy these high price items or keep up with the Joneses? They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that because they want you to stay buying, working to pay for nice things. They want you to not know the truth. They want to keep us not knowing the truth, But the thing of it is, now the internet is here, and it's some real good, powerful information that's on here. But what we do, we've been brainwashed so much to whereas we don't even look at this. We don't even look at this as a tool to get us further ahead in life, because we don't look at that. We look at this as distractions, and what's going to get us ahead in life is the way that they taught us to believe. Go out and buy the latest the latest thing that they got on the market. That's gonna help you think that you are doing good in life. If you just go out and buy something real new. Information, you guys. Information is powerful.
Actually, 19% of black men were on campus at HBCU. For anybody to say this isn't surprising whatsoever. But what ended up happening was you had this kind of condemnation of black men. So there's a disparity where black men are doing worse than another group. It doesn't become because of some kind of institutional racism or discrimination, some barriers that are preventing black men from succeed. No, it's something with the mind culture of black men.
There's something wrong with black men. What he's trying to say, what we always say, right? What's wrong? Okay.
I'm done. I'm done with life.
anything's wrong, it's always Jermaine's fault.
Don't believe they could, or as Tory said, black believe they could succeed in college. Nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Black men have fought historically to be in college. They fought for higher education. The issue is the barriers. The issue is whether or not because of a nation, and this is what Chase showed a couple of years ago. Even black men with college degrees that work hard, that are born into the middle class, end up into the lower classes, right? Why? It's job discrimination. The kind of black male studies, the anti-black misandry, the negative conceptualizations of black men, even when they're educated, to be associated with criminality or to be even treated as if they have a criminal record, decreases the ability of them to earn the same thing that their white male or white female counterparts earn in those contexts. So these pundits don't attend to that specificity. They just attend to, well, this is my view of black men. This is the view that gets me likes. So we'll say all black men are deficit, deviant, and ultimately can be despised.
And basically the thing is, it's not just it's not just white women and white men. That would we know beginning, right? It's white men and white women. Okay, that's just a given. Okay, what we don't expect, what we can't fight, is your own women doing the same shit, and that's the
Stop it right there. Stop the presses. And that's where they have the black man by the, excuse me, I have to say this, by the balls. That's where they got the black man there by the balls, because they've been working on getting our black women for decades, and they finally got it. They finally got the black woman to turn against the black man. And that's where the whole problem, they didn't basically succeeded throughout all these years. Think about it. They used to take the black man away, rape the black woman. They used to take the black man away because he was the strongest. He wasn't letting nobody come in his house. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't letting his kids go out there and be messed up by the society or the white race. He wouldn't let that. But all they had to do is figure out a way to get the black man away, and it's real easy to conquer the black homes without the black man being there. Man, this stuff is so deep and it's so serious. I talk to people every day and I just learn something new every day. But here go the funny part, you guys. Here go the funny part. I'm actually talking to people out of love, out of respect, out of positivity. I'm getting to know the bigger side to how people think. I'm not talking about what they wear, what kind of car they drive, and what they got in their house, what they teach, what they do on their off days. I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about what they got on, what they wear, what's going on at the nightclub. I never worried about that. This is so funny to me. This is real. We have to figure out who we are out here, and it's not, and education is how we get there. Learning about different things, real things, not things that doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. What Baby Boy said in Baby Boy, what'd he say? Guns and butter, baby.
the problem to the next one. Okay, and this is
Nah,
something that
This is the one I really wanted to but this is the one I really wanted to get on. I know I'm in here a little bit long, but I'm gonna let him really do this little clip right here.
this is with many years ago, right? Okay, the same shit. Even though I've debunked this particular crap, um, was 8 9 years ago. Okay, and given books and shown slides and and all kind of stuff on this stuff, right? But the thing is, it still persists, right? Black women did not kick black men out of the home, okay? Even though kicking out of the home is a euphemism, okay? Did they actually just throw his stuff out onto the stoop and boot him out? No, okay? It's a euphemism. But they made a choice to take and over again. And you got all kinds of women that are PhDs and scholars in history. Heartbeat, they won't. The truth.
Even if the black women know the truth, they still won't say the truth. And how is that when they got kids, boys and girls that they raising? Why we don't have women that really stand for the truth? That's why if you notice, you guys, when you see my videos, what I always speak about, what's the name of my whole videos? It really is talking about just standing on the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's what this channel is about. When I talk to people, when I do reaction videos on things, all I be wanting to know is the truth. That's all I be wanting to know.
Because they love to perpetuate this freaking myth and this lie. Black women are in HR today. Yep.
Dr. Box. There were many failed attempts to fix my.
Uh-oh. Gotta add. When I speak about this, when I the truth and I talk to people and kids and young people, men or women, and we get to talking about, because like I say, I just want to really get to the truth of the matter. When we get to talking about the truth of the matter, you have to move certain layers, because ordinary to get to the truth, first you have to acknowledge, right? You have to acknowledge that certain people hide the truth. I think it's something about, I guess it's something that they did to us by playing the victim, by playing, by always pointing a finger like it's not my fault, it's not my fault. So you have to remove all of that. You have to remove the denial of it's always somebody else's fault, and you have to take accountability of your truth of the matter, of your I can't say your truth of the matter, but I want to say your part of the matter. Because how sometimes we have people, and I go through this all the time. I talk to people all the time, and it's a lot of stories out there. And I'm telling you, that is what I'm actually doing. I'm actually putting people's stories out here, and I'm also pulling the layer back on somebody that's thinking that they telling the truth, and they might be telling the truth, but I guarantee tell you they missing the part that they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about their truth. See, they'll tell other people's truth, but they're not going to tell their own truth. So my thing is, I try to get people to understand, okay, that might be the truth of that person, but let's figure out the truth of you. We need to stop trying to point out other people's truths and first pull out your own truth, because I guarantee tell you, if you pull out your own truth, the next person's truth is not going to be so much concern of yours, because you're going to really be focusing in on your own understanding. If we focus in on our own understanding, we won't be pointing fingers at the next person. Da da. See, there we go. If we can figure out our own truth, I guarantee you we will not be focusing so hard on the next person's truth. That's a fact.
Thing is that at this point, when I do the video, I'm gonna put it up later on today. Talking, in my opinion, what black men do, let them have it. Okay, you're not gonna change their mind. Stop trying to prove your manhood through these chicks say. Just let them have it. Okay, if they say that you're the worst man on the planet, and in their opinion, let them have it. Stop trying to prove these chicks wrong. Okay, free yourself. Okay, you know what, baby? If that's the way you feel about me, you got it. Okay, go find your be happy, cause I'm out. Black men just to say, you baby, you got it. I ain't no good. I ain't shit. I ain't been shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. Then I'll give you that. Granted, I'm out. Okay, go find your man.
And guess what, you guys? First, that's what's happening. That's what's happening to all your black brothers. And it's all coming from other people or black women is not taking accountability for themselves. So they pushing the guilt on the man. Okay. Now I'm not just speaking like the man have no faults or no wrongs in anything. No, I'm not doing that at all. But I am gonna say this. Black men is definitely taking accountability. I talk to a lot of them. I really talk to a lot of, I don't just talk to black men. I talk to black boys. I talk to black women. And I'm telling you, black men is now, okay, even if it's now, later, however y'all want to call or wrap the whole situation up. What is the big picture? The big picture is we are losing each other and we need each other. That's the bigger picture than all of this. We need our kids to be with our own kind. We need our own families to be and love our own, not taking it other places and spreading it all over. Okay. But like I say, I speak on what's happening in the world. I literally I make it my business to talk to everybody, to put smiles on everybody's face. You guys won't even believe the magic that I'm working behind the scenes in my own life, in my activities that I do, whether it's work, whether it's out there in the public, going to the stores, talking to people, whatever I do, I am literally spreading love and positivity and putting smiles on people's face. People actually talk to me and they be like, RC, you have this lovely spirit and stuff all the time. How's you doing that, right? Because I had a guy tell me one time he be around people and he don't even talk at all. He said, RC, you the only person that literally gets me to even speak. And people around me is starting to really see me actually talking to people that most people wouldn't even talk to. You see what I'm saying? People look over certain people because they think, or they have their nose up in the air and they think they too big to just say hi, like being kind or saying hi literally is gonna hurt someone, right? You know, I just always, and I get this from my moms, you guys. That's why I talk about her so much. Mother's Day coming up. Matter of fact, if y'all got y'all mothers out there, man, hug them, squeeze them. Do you hear me? Hold on. I gotta actually put my face on here for this one. Man, Mother's Day is coming up. Lord Jesus. I got to say this. Mother's Day is coming up, and it's a guy that I work with. This guy is actually older than me. This is the shocking thing to this. And everybody that I speak with, and we talk about things, because I talk about heartfelt things. I don't talk about nothing that's garbage. I don't talk about nothing that's superficial. I don't talk about none of that. I talk about serious issues in life. Okay. And I don't sit down here and point fingers, and I take accountability when I'm talking. Okay. Uh, a guy that's older than me. This guy probably almost, he in his late 50s. This guy actually still has his mother. You know? Do you know how special that is? So when I speak to him, that's what I talk about. Every time I ask him about his mother. He called me last night. He a co-worker. He actually a supervisor, right? He they call me. They call me because I have a warm spirit. I always speak positivity. Like the other night at work, I didn't have a good day, right? My body wasn't feeling that good, right? But yet and still, I walked in there with a smile on my face, and I walked in there talking to others, and they telling me they issues or they problems or whatever the case may be. And even though I didn't feel too good, but I listened to them. And when I listened to them, I gave them, uh, I gave them, I gave them my heart. Not only that I gave them my ear, I gave them my heart. And that's what I do. And that's what I advise people out there to do. Listen to people, give them your ear, and also give them your heart. Okay? Don't be like certain people though. I know I be around people. They'll give you your ear. I wouldn't say they'll give you your heart, but they'll give you your ear, and they'll make you think that they care, and they'll smile with you. As soon as you turn your back, they talking about you. That's what I'm saying. This is why I do this. I do this because I am in the world, and it has nothing to do about my life per se. Everything I talk about on here is probably 10, maybe 15% when I'm talking about something that's literally like that, maybe 20% like that. Okay. My is probably 20% to 15% my life that I'm talking about. The other 80, the other 85, 90%, it's about this whole thing that's going on in the world. It's a what you go through, the next person, they going through it too. And the next person, they probably going through something worse. So this is in the world. I'm talking about what's happening in the world. Yes. That's why I literally want to talk about all of these things, but it's a lot of things though we really gonna get to talking about. So hold on, let me stop this because we already in here too long. So let me stop talking and get through the end of this.
Go find your man. Leave me a completely leave me. Go find him. We need to do that. And not going to change, even if the truth is evident. They're not going to change. Okay. And this is another one that's evident of it. This is
'Cause that was hot. It's so sad, but it's so true. It's so sad, but it's so true. Uh, and matter of fact, I'm gonna play what he said again, and then I'm gonna switch the video, and I'm gonna let the lady tell you. I'm gonna let the lady philosopher tell you that not gonna change, right? Hello.
Go find your man, the man that's gonna do you to be me. Go find him. You need to do that. Stop trying to prove your manhood through these chicks, okay? Because they're not going to change. Even if the truth is evident, they're not going to change, okay? And this is another one that's evident of it. This is sent to me, okay? It's not even L. I mean, we shouldn't even care about their L's. They don't want to take an L. Good on them. This ain't a competition, man. Unless you got, all they doing is keeping you guys miserable, dejected and miserable, and not feeling good about yourself. Then
Hold it. Stop the presses. Man, do you know this man is speaking? He's speaking so much real facts. I don't know about y'all. I don't know what y'all saw growing up. I don't know what y'all have been through in your life. I don't know. All I could do is give y'all my take on the way how I have experienced the world, the things that I saw growing up, the things that I grew from. See, I'm not talking and I'm not saying things out of spite. I'm not saying things out of hurt. I am saying things out of facts, out of things that has been going on for a very long time. Like I said, I was raised around women. I was raised around women, and uh, I I saw women literally just did not. Uh, how should I say? Did not love the man the way the man should have been loved. I saw the woman abusing the man. That's what I saw. Now, yes, do men abuse the women? Of course. But what we are talking about right now is how the women literally find guys and love the guys and love the ones that they can manipulate and the ones that they can abuse. Uh, they find those type of guys to take care of them and to take their bull crap. I've been saying this ever since I was probably like 15 years old. Yes, I have.
it's sent to me, okay? It's not even L. I mean, we shouldn't even care about their L's. They don't want to take an L. Them. This ain't a competition, man. Unless you got, all you're doing is keeping you guys miserable, dejected and miserable, and not feeling good about yourself. Then black women will never have you feeling good about yourself.
Listen, I am so sorry, but this man is so true. When I was 15 and 16 years old, I seen it. I seen 3 or 4, man, guys was working hard for their families and their wives, and the women was literally just, I'm talking about just literally making them miserable, keeping them. If you notice, just go back in your family history. Now, if this wasn't you, like if this stuff don't apply, then let it fly. Everything basically is not, it's not going on in everybody household, but it's more than the majority. I tell you that this is happening. Okay, but if y'all think about it, think about it. Where was your granddaddy at? Where was your daddy at? Matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, your daddy or your granddaddy, they was in the basement. Okay, they was getting put in the basement in one little area. They didn't have. Now, could you call that a man cave? Now, some may have had a man cave, but others just had the basement. Okay, they couldn't get. They couldn't. It wasn't no other peaceful place for a man. Okay, listen, I'm just speaking facts and truth here, and hopefully, uh, people can see these truths out here, and just be aware of what we are doing out here to each other, men and women. Okay, we need to just be aware of what we're doing and try to do better, try to be better. That's all I'm saying, because like I say, I'm not a perfect person. I have done a lot of wrong in my life. Okay, that what made me now to see, okay, I needs to do better. I want to do better. It ain't that I needs to do, I want to do better. That's a difference.
Never. Okay. Michelle Obama. That's why I keep. She should be the proudest woman on the planet. Okay. Her and her husband made history, global history. Any other woman would be worshiping the ground that man walks on, whether she loved him or not. You would think that he is, he's some deadbeat dad that's a failure. If you listen to her. Anyway, let's go ahead and play this. This is like I said, this is Lady Boulay. I've heard her before. Okay, she's an old school gynocrat, but not in a good way. Okay, not in a good way. Old school gynocrat. I said kick black men out of the home. Okay, even though we've debunked that many many times. Okay. You can't arsenal. I don't even know why that kind of. I don't even know why that kind of talk goes on in the UK. You guys are not. Um, I was telling Dr. Marifa last night. You guys are not black. Okay. You guys know where you came from. You guys know what tribe you came from. Okay. You guys come from countries that are ruled by black people. Okay. You are not black Americans. Okay. I don't know why they put that crap on you. Say 3 years ago today, the Godfather departed this earthly realm. Rest in peace. Yes, sir. He did, man. I miss him. And no, when he died, it felt like I lost a part of my family when he died. Okay, I really did. It really hit me like I lost a brother. It really did. That's how close I felt to Kevin. Okay, it felt like I lost a little brother when he died. It really did.
He talking about Cameron Samuels. He used to do some work with the Godfather himself. This guy right here, he did a video. He said, "Man, the bad thing about Cameron Samuel passing away, that he really, really had hope for the black men and black women. He was really trying to uh, make the black men and the black women see actually what they couldn't see. Society made us. It's not really so much the black woman or the black man fault. It's sort of like society kind of made both partners, both men and women, look at things differently. And if you don't really grab hold to the right information and you have the wrong information, it can just snowballs out of control, and then you'll look up one day and everything's just out of control. you know
So so I only sometimes because I well up because because it really hurt when he died because he was just how you're proud of your little brother and he's just starting to get his success. You want him to do great things and all of a sudden he's cut short. That's why I felt. Anyway, let's get busy.
Subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Okay, question. Did black women kick black men out of the home? This is a question that has been raging since I first came to YouTube. It was all the rage when I first came on here. Black men and
okay, so what we're gonna do, I like what she was saying. He was just basically debunking her issues that she was trying to bring up, but I don't think this was one of the things that I really wanted to talk about here. uh so so we're gonna stop this one right here, and I'm almost out of here, you guys. I know I'm a kind of long on this, but you got to think about it. I haven't been on here in a couple days, you know, And man, I tell you, each and every day that I'm not on here, I'm still actually doing work because I'm really talking to people, even though I'm not really videotaping them just yet. But I'm actually doing a lot of talk with them, and and we actually getting a lot done. So even though I'm not video recording them now, we actually doing a lot of talking to actually get everything ready for videotape. So, I'm on third shift, so I be wanting to do these videos. When I get up in here, though, I actually be so tired. I can't even really get to this. And my young guy, uh, the one that I'm actually doing work with now, this young man don't never stay asleep. He don't never go to sleep. But like I told him, he's young. He only 25. Actually, you guys, he'll be 26 tonight. And we work together tonight. I've been thinking about what I should surprise him with. Uh, he's a young man. He don't drink. He finna be 26 years old. Look, the man do not drink and he do not smoke. Nah, look at that. This man don't do none of that. And he is like he say, if he did anything, he say he'll be more more wild, more crazier than he is. So he said he choose not to do that. And I told him maybe might have a he might have a point with that. I just told him that's a very good, never indulged in none of that stuff. So like I say, when I tell you guys that I'm really talking to a lot of interesting people, that's a fact. Like I was telling him last night, I was talking to him and this lady last night, and I'm telling them that because they asked me what made me leave my hometown, and man, I don't even know if this is or not. I don't know if this is it or not, but I need to find something that goes along with what I was just playing a few minutes ago. Now that was the man version of it, and I want this woman, this philosopher lady expert. She's a relation coach, a relationship coach expert, and she's telling the real facts of the truth of the matter. If you notice, I dare y'all to do your research. Go to anybody that's really doing uh, relationships, coaching, or whatever the case may be. They're gonna really tell you that things is not what everybody think they is. It's not what they want you to believe out here no more. This is tricky. But yeah, it's my young guy birthday today. I don't know what I want to surprise him with today at work. Uh, but yeah, he's so much of a positive force. Man, I'm talking about he stay up. It's 24 hours in a day, man. This young guy stay up doing work. He go to work and then he do his other work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what y'all see me posting. And that's what you call a real person that's trying to get somewhere. That's what my philosophers always said. These people that I've been studying for 7 years. This is what I've always been speaking about. Do not constantly work on your job without you actually working on your off time uh, to basically make up for the job. So you have to do both. You have to work on the job, but don't do more work on your job than you do working on yourself. And that's where we go wrong at. That's what these good people out here that run the world, see, that's what they don't want you to know. They want you to just work on your job. That's what they want. Because when you work on your job, what you're going to do? You're going to do what they want you to do. They want you to be the company, and they want you to be working for them. They would never tell you, and they would never want you to spend more time learning about you, being more truthful about you, being more truthful and honest about who you is, learning how to make money when you are truthful about you and what you really know that you are really about. That's what this whole life is about, you guys. This life ain't about uh working on a job for the rest of your life. That's not what this life is about. I have seen many people work. Some people now some people can make it, but so you can't say that. Some people can make it, but the majority of the people get out of that job working field, you is gonna be lost out here in the world. And when you lost out here in the world, you guys, the world been out here, so the world to maneuver. So the world is really, if you don't know how to maneuver in the world because you've been lost in that job for 20, 30 years, and you get out here in this world thinking you can maneuver the same way that you was maneuvering that job, you're going to have a rude awakening. Man, I want to pull this lady up because it's going right along with what this guy was talking about. So I want to put this up here, and then I'm getting out of here. Oh man, I can't even find it. I should have found it early. No, I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna be up out of here in like 10 minutes, you guys. Look like it's nice out there too. Mm, I don't think this was the clip, but we'll do it anyway.
The problem with men out there is that I'd say by default, because we don't know any better, and our moms probably taught us to be the nice guy, and we get nervous around the women that are good looking, and we just want to be nice. How do people negotiate that madness?
Well, here's where it starts from, and this is where it's so common in the world that we see it today. In previous generations, men had very, very strict fathers that were quite aggressive and hostile and stuff, and they just accepted that as a norm. Now, the generation of men realize that was, or they think that was wrong, right? So if they had that, strict that. So they follow the instructions of their mothers. What did mothers teach you? Don't argue, don't stand up for yourself, don't just listen, just be obedient, just listen to me and feel sorry for me. That's what mothers teach their kids, feel sorry for me. So they go into the real world, and when they're engaging with women, they're like, I want to be nothing like my dad. My dad always set boundaries. My dad was a bit stern. My dad was a bit hostile. I want to be just nice because mom says that's what works. Be nice. In the process of doing that, they emasculate themselves. So what they'll do is they think that the way to a woman's heart is by listening and submitting. They don't realize the way to her heart is showing her who you are and taking her into your world. They think, let me just adapt myself into her world, let me go with her, let me just wait and carry her bags, then she'll love me. But really, she wants to see what you are, who you are. She wants to follow your lead. So in the beginning stages, she might reward that. She might think, oh, it's great that you just answer the calls every day and you stay on FaceTime while I do my makeup and you just, pick me up anytime and you just carry my bags and you cancel your plans just to kind of watch me get my hair done. Later, she will miss the fact that you don't have an identity. And she'll miss the fact that you don't have that masculinity, and she'll start to get more and more disrespectful. So it doesn't work being submissive to women. I'm not saying being hostile and being mean works, but what works really well is knowing your own identity and taking her into your world. But your world is one that is positive. It's not one that's harsh, critical, mean, or it's not this hostile kind of alpha male. It's a wonderful world, but she's welcome to it, but you're not going to contort your identity to impress her. Instead, it's just, I've got an impressive life, you can join me. But it's not, I'm going to drop everything and submit to you because you're so beautiful. And it's keeping that identity men find really difficult in this generation. And I don't blame them, by the way. Because so many times I'm like, well, just tell her that this is unacceptable. Or just tell her that. Why should you accept that she, keeps posting horrible pictures on Instagram? Well, not horrible, well, like really, pictures on Instagram and keeps talking to her ex. Why don't you just tell her? And he's like, but in America, if you do that, no woman will ever accept you. She'll say you're toxic. She'll tell all her friends that you're toxic. Literally, no woman accepts masculinity. I've got no choice. And I thought they were exaggerating, but after I worked with a couple, I realized that they don't actually allow him to even have boundaries. He'll have no chance with women. So is that true, or is it just what they're telling me?
I mean, that can't be true.
That can't be true.
No, it can't be true because, there are men like that.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll say that they don't want that, but deep down inside, they want someone with boundaries and structure.
And I know that based on how many women complain about how narcissistic their exes were. If they all liked nice, sweet guys, why is every woman talking about a narcissistic ex? So they're obviously dating men that are more narcissistic, or men with some kind of boundaries, or men with the ability to leave or have alternatives. So they're flocking to narcissistic men, and they're almost waiting for the narcissist to leave them and then complain about him and then post about him and then say how horrible he is. So they obviously do have an inclination towards men. And I think this is what's happened is because as men have either come in two forms in America or in Western worlds, they either come too nice or too narcissistic. They haven't found the balance. And if they got a choice between a nice guy and a narcissist, they'll choose a narcissist all day, every day, 100 times over than the nice guy.
Over the shoulder tricks.
So you hear what that is? And that's what I saw at the age of 15, and it's still happening right now. Think about that. Go figure. I saw this at 19, well, at 15. The nice guys was finishing last. I seen it. I seen my uncles now was real nice, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all, So we have to have a balance. We have to have some awareness. We literally have to have some accountability, because you have to look at this. The way how I look at the way how I interview these kids and I listen to the kids and what they are talking about, the way how we all see how our kids is not actually mating with each other. Now, this is something that's happening out here. I can't find that other one I was looking at. So we'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there for the day. I've been in here way too long. So we'll leave it right there. And I just want to say thank you once again. I'm up in here. Uh, I might not come back on here until Sunday though. On here Sunday. Uh, Sunday is that day. Sunday is that special day. So I will be back in on the Sunday. Okay. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna get in the habit of putting my program together. I ain't done all of that. I ain't done all of that yet. I don't know how to put my programs. Well, I haven't been able to put my programs and stuff together yet. Okay. Work on that. Like I say, listen, y'all actually helping me. Y'all helping me to feel comfortable to doing this. You know, so this is something I like doing, and what I like doing more than anything is speaking about things that people feel uncomfortable speaking. I really enjoy learning about yourself, learning about things that you don't know, learning new things. I really like that. I really love real good information. Now, all of that foolery stuff, garbage stuff, no, I'm not into that at all. You know, I don't play my time. I don't play with my energy, and I definitely don't talk to hear myself talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm really if I'm gonna one thing we have that we can't get back, we can get the money back, we can get certain things back. We can't get the people that passed away back. We can't get those people back. But we can get most of the things back. One thing that we can't get is time. We can't get time back. So time is very crucial. And I think that we don't value enough. I don't think we value the time. So I started looking at this thing all, and hey, this is live, you guys. I'm on live. So live sometimes it be, unpredictable because it's live. You see what I actually love this. I love bonding, talking individuals. Like I was saying last night, my young guy and this older lady, we were speaking about things and stuff yesterday, and they asking me how did I figure out that it was time to leave my hometown. I say, hey, I wanted something different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted I didn't think. I just really wanted something different in life, So wanting something different in life takes you jumping out of your comfort zone. Started doing this. When I started doing this works. It's opened up doors for me to see and hear different share their opinions, share their thoughts and dreams with me, share their different informations. I'm meeting different people that I never would have met if I was to still been in my hometown. Like, I'm meeting people from all over the world, you know, New York, Little Haiti, okay, Jamaica, okay, all sorts of people. And I'm able to hear their story. I'm able to hear their story, put it into my heart, and speak back love, speak back wisdom, back understanding, speak to them in a way that they might didn't understand things about themselves, or things that they might you know, how we all have different ways of processing things. I process and look at things different. This guy told me, he said, Rob, you got a gift in looking through people. Yes. I told him, I had a lot of practice at this, right? I've been around so many people, so many people that wasn't really showing their heart. They was showing they self, but they was hiding their heart. So they wasn't really showing their true self, right? They was hiding. I had enough time to study people and to see through the people. I had enough time to see what the people was showing you and what they wasn't showing. I had enough time to process that. I had enough time to see that. Hey, that's my time. I'm finna get on out of here. I thank you guys. I'm long-winded. I talk a lot about my new discovery, found self, my new discovery, found freedom that I have, that I now I'm free of my mind, I'm free of my heart, and I you guys, and it's a beautiful thing. So I try to tell my story. I try to tell people how to from my story and from my own story. But most important, I try to show people how to be accountable, and definitely how to spread love and joy back into the universe. That's who I am. Raise my hand. Raise my right hand. Hey, that's who I am. I love the people, the honesty, and the truthfulness self. And I try to put the honesty and truthful out there so people can spread it amongst themselves. That's who I. That's my story, and I'm still okay. Listen, enjoy your Mother's Day weekend. To all the love you girls out there. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love this side of the universe. I love this world, and I love my people. Until the next time, right? I put my face on this place. Enjoy the weekend, you guys. Peace, love, and definitely blessing.